It's Super Tuesday. We're in hell. I'm Ariel Italic.
I'm Lord Mother Barrack of the House of Boopburger.
And I'm DJ Lazy Coronavirus Joke.
And you're watching Nobody's Watching Wrestling.
That was really good.
Yeah, we did a real intro.
Good job, everyone.
Fun time.
Fun time.
Tell us about your look today.
I think you get it. I am very... You really want me to tell you about my look? Well, I'm very inspired by Chris Statlander and everything she does. And to communicate through boops, I think, is the future.
We have to do a We Watched Revolution.
I know, but I just wanted Berica to talk about her look.
Got it.
Do what you want with that.
We could fuck around a
don't.
little.
Well, you don't give him don't give him.
Don't give him too
much work.
We're not paying you for this, and we're sorry.
Do whatever the fuck you want with this. Leave it all in. We don't care.
We care a little.
We watched Revolution. Na.
But Biden's still getting the nomination.
Oh,
cool.
We'll see. It's
You're in the future. You already know.
Tonight's Super Tuesday last week.
So the first match we're going to talk about is Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. I'm sorry that we're skipping over you, Goldust, but I'm not that sorry.
Speaking of porn.
Those are two porny looking boys, huh?
Those are two very porn. I've seen this porn. It's like the bad boy and like... They're like bad boys from different, like the bad boy, like the actual bad boy that's at the north end of the high school smoking cigarettes, and the other one that like seemingly is like good at everything and everybody believes he's good at everything, but he's actually just an asshole.
Yeah, sure. Those are accurate. I mean, I will say this. We talk a lot about Sammy Guevara being a porn type, like a gay for pay type.
Gay for pay.
I am not super attracted to him. I think he's a wonderful wrestler, but I'm going to play against type and be like, I wouldn't fuck him.
Because he's too young looking?
It's probably because he's too young, isn't it?
Because he looks really young.
He does look kind of like a baby. He's not doing it. I mean, like, Darby Allin is welcome.
I would actually just let both of them do whatever they wanted.
The problem is that neither of them want to do anything to us.
You don't know that.
I have a suspicion.
True.
I have a sinking suspicion that I'm just not involved in their fantasies as much as they are
I just want to believe the fan fiction that exists in my head. That
sure.
They fucking.
I mean, why not? I mean, to stick with the reality of the match, Darby...
When do we ever?
Darby Allin rides in on a skateboard, which I feel like I should hate, and I just love.
Why would you hate that?
I mean, it has like a Poochie vibe to it.
Poochie? What does that mean?
It's from The Simpsons when Homer is the voice of a shitty dog character who rides a skateboard and wears a hat because he's cool.
Because like skateboarding was cool when that episode came out.
Yeah, Bart always skateboarded. He's still skateboarding in the title.
Yeah, it just so it had that kind of like this is what the kids are doing, right?
The sad part is the kids love Darby.
I mean, I'm not sad about it. I love Darby.
I guess it's not sad.
I don't quite get why Sammy's name was on the board. Like, you're just riding him? Oh, I get it now.
We got there.
Got it.
This is what we call a breakthrough.
Breakthrough, an epiphany.
Yeah. Don't pay for therapy. Just talk into a mic until you get there yourself.
Just talk until you can't anymore, or until you're the only one listening to yourself.
Or until you botch a move so badly you almost die, because that happened in this match.
Oh, I remember that.
So Darby takes a running leap through the ropes. Yes. I read online that apparently his foot caught one of the ropes, and that's why he like swings wildly and sort of misses where he's aiming for. And it just looked like we were going, like that might be the end of the match because we were going to have to send him to the hospital.
To his death.
What's
on your tombstone?
What?
It's a pizza commercial.
It's a reference to a pizza commercial.
Oh, okay.
Darby would get it.
He is young. He would not get it. But he didn't get injured or not so badly that he couldn't finish the match because he kept going. And I was really impressed by that because it looked grim.
When you're a baby, things regenerate quicker.
I remember Sammy Guevara doing I believe it was a 630 through a table. Which was one of the most beautifully executed 630s I've ever seen.
What's a 630?
It's when he did that fucking Sonic the Hedgehog jump where he was just like flipping 100 times in the air.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was expecting rings to jump out of him when he hit that table. That was 100 flips.
But
Sammy Guevara should have been the voice of Sonic.
Oh, that would have been really charming.
Cute.
Yeah. I like that Sammy, in like even selling moves, he just adds a flip sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like the Jack Evans school of selling, and I just really adore how over the top it is.
Look, can you imagine him and Ricochet fighting?
I wonder if they have. Probably not, huh?
They probably should.
That would be amazing.
The outfits this time around, great. We've already, I think, talked about Darby Allin looking great in some leggings and short shorts.
Just cute.
Just cute.
A very cute boy.
Sammy doesn't really wear anything spectacular.
Although he took your advice, bitches in pink.
Oh, it's true. If you're going to be a bitch, wear pink. He did signal. He sent out it's like the bat signal, but it's just a middle finger.
With like a pink nail.
With a pink nail. Ooh, we need that technology.
What?
Where we project a middle finger with a pink nail into the sky.
I think we have that technology.
We could probably do it.
That'll be a top tier Patreon sponsorship.
Patreon.com/the Nobodies to support this show.
Or just for science, do it and see who comes. Who answers that call?
Sammy Guevara, probably.
Wait, what are we talking about? Do it and see who comes? What is happening?
The
No.
light with
Okay.
I was not going to indulge that with a response.
It's fine.
Bork.
That's all we
Who's
need to say
Jericho?
about this match. Who wins?
Darby Allin wins, doesn't he?
I don't remember.
I am 99% sure that Darby Allin
Let's double check
took
that.
this. We're going to go to the internet, which knows all.
Darby Allin wins.
Darby Allin won,
Yes.
Josh.
Everyone, I'm so proud of being correct. Darby Allin wins. I don't remember how, though.
Me neither, but I did notice the short detail that the match was technically only 5 minutes long because all the fuckery beforehand.
I forgot about that. It took them like 20 minutes to ring the bell.
That's kind of fun. I'm not mad at that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Listen.
None of us noticed.
Yeah, when the bell rang, we were like, oh.
It was an enjoyable match. I can't decide if it was because of the match or because of the hotness of the match.
Does it matter?
It was probably both.
One and the same. Next up, we are reviewing Hangman Page and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of white people in this show.
Yeah.
Lots. I was like watching. They were putting up the titles at the beginning of the show. And I was like, okay. Everybody looks the fucking same.
Yeah. It's we've seen a lot of the Young Bucks since the start of AEW, and I understand the appeal of them, but I also have weird Westworld brain about them where every time they're on screen, I'm just like, what am I looking at?
What is that line from Westworld?
I don't see anything at all.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
I will say there's a technical skill and a real enthusiasm
And grace. They're very graceful.
emanating from them. Like, they're doing it correctly.
There's nothing objectively wrong about anything they're doing.
But
Here's the thing. They love to wrestle, and that's what they want to do. But really what they should be doing is having them build, their, their pack. What do you call it? Their stable.
it's like seeing a show with a bunch of Manhattan queens where, like, I've seen the Britney numbers, I've seen the Madonna numbers, I've seen the Cher numbers, even when they're excellent.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt about it. I also wonder if there's, like, a weird, like, uncut gem syndrome where, like, this is just art for straight people. Like, there's something, like, they're not, like, it's just not for me. Like, there's just something so unglamorous about them that, like, I just...
Max, do you agree? You're straight people.
We have a token straight on the crew.
Token straight crew.
On the crew, as in, is the crew.
Is
It's
the
the
crew.
crew.
We have one person.
No, we
but,
have
But diversity...
people. Hey, over there. Hey, over
Diversity
there. Hey,
hire,
Max.
straight cameraman.
What was fun about watching this is like, what what we were all talking about while we were supposed to be watching this match.
We did talk a lot about designing women.
Lots about designing women. We were just talking about anything else. And was this the match that was just extremely long?
It was long.
Um,
It felt long, and it wasn't bad.
Well, you know, it was really shocked to see on the internet so many people calling it the best tag match of all time.
Whoa.
It's not.
Whoa.
It just isn't.
Who were these people?
Twitter people. I don't know.
People who have seen 3 tag matches, apparently.
I mean, I do have critiques. Like, I did watch it, and I think, like, to be honest, it was really chaotic. They were switching between tornado rules and regular tag rules. There was just so much going on at any given moment that there wasn't, I mean, this is like cliche wrestling criticism, but there wasn't a lot of psychology to the point where it was just like these really beautiful, graceful stunts, one after the other. But I couldn't, like, no one had a clear advantage, and I don't know. There was something completely unengaging about it to me.
They did try to do some story stuff at the end with Hangman, like...
And that's when we all started paying attention.
Yeah, we paid attention to that. That's true. You're right.
As the second there was a story element, we all were like, oh, is Hangman...
If they had more of that during the match and more hesitation from Hangman to, like, help his brother out...
Right.
That would have been cute.
I think that that's a general critique of this pay-per-view, is that there was less story than there could have been for pretty much all of the matches. I had that general feeling.
I had more fun watching Dynamite 2 weeks before this.
And then in the same way, I felt that this was a party that, to quote to Wong Fu, this party craves a theme. Like you're like. You know, you've made the pies, and you've gathered and you've eaten the pies, and now you go home. But, like, if this had been Red and Wild, that would have been something.
And is Beth Grant there?
Is Beth Grant in the tag team? Who's our tag partner?
Beth Grant and Stockard Channing, duh.
Cody.
Against Bette Midler and
Diane
Keaton or Goldie Hawn. I guess it's just basically First Wife Club versus Tu Wong Fu.
See, gays just can't pay attention to this match. There's just something stopping us.
Yeah,
you need our money.
We can't do it because we don't have straight eyes. But so
I literally don't have straight eyes.
Kenny,
can you see this lazy eye?
Oh my God. Kenny and Hangman Page retain their belts, which means that we get to watch them do the same thing again another time, some other time. So watch out for our review of that, where we also digress into 90s sitcoms.
I just would really like to see who, I don't even remember their names right now. Who are the boys?
The Young Bucks?
The Young Bucks. Sorry, brain. I would like to see who they would pick to be their proteges, who they would like be working with, and who would
you
be
mean
in their
like
stable.
in a stable?
Yeah.
I just don't care about anything they do. They just look ridiculous.
All right, we're going to go on to Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose.
I love Chris Statlander.
She's so cool.
I just think her whole shtick is just really fun.
She's just like, the way she moves is so cool, and her outfit's cool, and the look is cool to me. I know Ariel doesn't agree.
You don't?
I feel like if your look is alien, then there's just a lot more room to play than what she did.
But it's kind of like a Fifth Element alien, you know? Like
have you watched The Fifth Element lately? Because they go a lot farther than
I
she
mean,
did.
it's not like Jean-Paul Gaultier Fifth Element, but it's like, you know, like they're all just glamorous and sexy.
I do think that she could use a little prosthetic features.
I think that would fall off.
It might. It might not.
It's not even that I think she needs... It's just that, like, her makeup... It's to stick with the drag queen analogies. It's what I do. She looks like a Manhattan Queen's first show in Brooklyn, where, like, she is going as weird as she knows how to go, but there's a lot weirder accessible to her if she had, like, someone else point her in the right direction. Like, she still has, like, a glam eye.
I don't agree. I think there's something sort of simplistic and graphic about it that's, like, memorable and, like, you know, it's like kids can dress up at it as it because it's simple.
Kids can dress up as it.
So, like, I don't know. I do see what you're saying, and it could be more elaborate, but, like, she's got to wrestle in it. And also, like, there's just something sort of, like,
Let's ring gear remix her a little bit here. Maybe a hair color.
Could be a hair color.
Hair color.
Maybe a very extravagant entrance coat could help.
Yes.
Just like something, because I think it just doesn't read to me as if you hadn't told me she was an alien. That's not what I would pick up.
I feel that. I feel
that's
that.
Fair.
Yeah.
Did the twerking alien in the background help?
Oh my God, her entrance video.
I was gonna, my favorite part of this match, of this event, maybe of this month, was that twerking purple alien.
So good.
Like, that was the highlight, certainly of the 24 hours in which I saw it.
It's funny because I feel like I talk about how AEW needs to distinguish itself from WWE more, and that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Twerking fucking aliens.
Twerking aliens.
It was so joyously stupid. Like, it just looks like something that you downloaded by accident. Like, you went to a website that you thought was going to be like financial advice, and then that just pops up and it's like, you seem to have found a virus on your computer, and you can't click away from it and another pop-up keeps opening. Like, that's just the vibe that I got from it.
It reminds me of one of those things that, like, on your desktop was like one of your buddies, like the paperclip buddy,
like a Bonzi buddy situation,
or like there were like I had this program that was like a little puppy dog that would like run across your screen and you could pet it and
That's
stuff
fun.
like that. Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah. We should point out that Chris Statlander was ill during this match.
Did we fact check that?
I don't know. You said that aloud to me, and I believed it because I am credulous.
So I was told that Statlander had the flu during this match.
Here's what I'll say. I think that she wrestled as though she was ill, so I believe it.
There was something wrong. I feel bad because I truly do think Nyla and Chris Statlander are two of the best people in wrestling right now. And there was just something off.
It was something didn't quite click during this match. Nyla, as always, one of my favorite people on this planet. Just listen to the Chris Jericho podcast that she did.
Oh, you listened to it?
Yeah. A very helpful intro
Just so
to trans
patient.
issues if you need one. It was
Yes.
a good,
Listen.
like Chris Jericho is like the right interviewer for a person who's never met a trans person before.
Mm-hmm.
There's some real like 101 questions, but Nyla answers them patiently and honestly, and admits when she is also like either out of her depth or just like doesn't know, or it's like not the only she's not the only trans person in the world. And
she's also very forgiving when he's like just rude.
Yeah. He steps in it
unintentionally rude.
He wasn't like purposely.
He wasn't purposely rude.
No, he did. I will tell you, having listened to it, he did zero preparation for this interview.
None.
He didn't do any background research,
which is kind of good though.
Well, I think that's like what added to the charm of it. He was genuinely curious during the interview
in a very sweet and innocent way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And obviously she knew what she was getting into. They had discussed probably that before.
Maybe.
But it's
who knows?
It's a great podcast.
It's great. Yeah, just listen.
Nyla's makeup was pretty good.
It wasn't as good as it has been, is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, there was.
It looked a little rushed. It didn't look blended. It didn't look as vibrant. The outfit, I just need some elevation there. I need some accoutrements. I need it to be bigger.
I like the Mortal Kombat like theme. I love the handprint, the bloody handprint as the motif. The fabric definitely needed to be...
The fabric, if they had better fabric, I think,
I was about to say, the design of it is actually great. I had a specific problem with the fabric with the fishnet printed on it, which I think could just make it be fishnet, or... So, it just fabric with fishnet on it is, for me, a particular, it's... you know how Raven doesn't like an ankle strap? That just for me, I was like, oh, I just hate that fabric as a personal preference.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely just it's hard because it has to be spandex of some kind.
There's limitations, but I the design and the build of it was great. Yeah. I would have made different fabric choices for a piece of it. But
there was apparently something with the color story that I like. It was a reference to something that I just totally missed.
Oh, that's right, because her skull thing was orange,
right.
even though the rest of it was red and black and silver, which I didn't necessarily comprehend. I was like, well, why isn't the skull red?
I believe it was some video game or comic book reference that I just totally missed.
Comment below, because I have no fucking clue.
Hey, everyone, you've been dying to tell us everything that you know that we don't.
This
We're
is something we
it.
actually want you to tell us.
It's your time to shine, motherfuckers.
90% of the comments on our videos are people telling us things that they're very excited to tell us that we don't know.
Look, if you say that it's Nightwing, you get one freebie. All right, you get this one. The match was fine. It was not. Was most excited about this one going in. I think.
Same.
So I did feel bad that the crowd wasn't as into it.
Literally,
the camera panned to a guy getting up to go get a beer.
Yeah, they really did a mean thing to those two women by putting them right after that tag match.
Yeah.
The crowd was tired, but also just not very into it.
It was a low. The crowd's energy was low, which I think contributed to them then being lower energy in the ring, and that it sort of like fed off each other in that way. Like everyone was sort of just like, it was a little muted, and our expectations were so high. I think that like didn't help either. So this was probably better than I realized it was, but we're all tired all the time.
I was like stressed too, because it was like you could watch like Statlander tries for a kip up like early in the match. Totally misses it, and then rolls out, recovers gracefully, and then botches like two more things, and she like, we've all been there, girl. Like you just get in, like sometimes I just train wreck like 5 times in a DJ set because I train wreck once and then I train wreck. Like we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
I just live my life as a train wreck and expect nothing better to happen.
Yeah,
that's a strategy for dealing with that.
Yeah, I can't critique you. No one's going to tune in to watch me on TV.
But like, you know, we're all adults here, and we can recognize that both of these people are incredibly talented.
Yes.
And sometimes mistakes happen.
Listen,
I'm excited to see them wrestle again, hopefully, maybe.
I would love a rematch.
A rematch.
They're going to do great next time. Who won? Was it Statlander?
No, Nyla retained.
Oh, Nyla, great job on winning.
She finishes her with a very big power bomb off the top.
Oh, right. That looked like it hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ouch. Nyla, don't do that to me. Thanks. Moving on, we've got Cody versus MJF. We just have to start with... I don't want to talk about a neck tattoo pretty much ever. I especially don't want to ever think about this one again, but it is my job.
Literally the elephant on Cody's neck.
It is a nightmare.
We didn't really watch the match. We just talked about the tattoo the whole time.
That's literally what we did.
Like, I remember sitting there and just being like, okay, I should pay attention to something that's happening.
And then MJF got bloody, and that's when we tuned back in.
Well, he got bloody, and then we were like, the blood is going to get on the tattoo.
Yeah, because he just got this tattoo. It's fresh. That's what we were talking about. We were worried about it getting infected.
Yeah.
The tattoo is...
a lot.
There's like an American flag motif, which, like... Goodbye.
Well, isn't it the logo for his...
Yes.
What are they called?
The Nightmare Family.
Oh, God. Well, that tattoo's a nightmare. Success.
But it's... Yeah, there's just a lot of... I mean, you could have gotten that tattoo anywhere. Like, that logo doesn't have to be prominently on your neck. B, that might not be a forever thing. Like, sure, the Nightmare Family is like a real big part of your life right now, but like, you never know what's happening in a decade. What if you rebrand?
Brandy, speaking of brand, hates it.
Well,
she hates it?
Hates it.
Who
Really?
wouldn't?
What if they got a divorce out of over
that would be such hot
Everyone
drama.
would be like, good for her.
Good for her.
Good for
her.
That would be a full Arrested Development good for her gif moment.
I just don't understand it.
You have pizza in your mustache.
So, Brandy was there. We should talk about her
Brandy
look.
was there and obviously had watched some videos of me.
She was in a full Berica look.
Full Berica look.
Brandy was doing a full Berica cosplay.
I'm not mad at it. I just want to hang out with you.
You did.
Brandy and I would have a good time.
You wanted the boots.
I want those boots. Those are the boots that are on my merch. Go to terrorcult.com and buy my Berica shirt. United States of Berica. See?
Yeah, why wasn't Brandy wearing that shirt just to like complete the look?
I should send her one. Brandy, where can I mail my shirt to? You.
Comment below.
I would die.
So yeah, this match happened. I was, like you two, distracted enough by the tattoo and the blood that I didn't really notice the movement of their bodies.
I do like MJF's entrance, and they had like this nice runway where they were screens or it was projected onto, and so his Burberry scarf was the runway. That was really fun. His little robe I liked it, even though it was like looked like shit. I liked it in like a gaudy way.
There's a feather in my wine. It's the bleeding is always a problem for me. I think that there was a lot of blood in this event.
Yeah.
It seems clear that AEW is trying to distinguish itself as a wrestling
More
federation,
adult.
that is leaning towards the R-rated side of things.
Let's get some sex in there then.
Yeah, why if you were leaning towards the adult audience where you're not like everyone ass out?
S.
Like, if there were as many butts as there were cuts, I'd have been interested.
Butts and cuts is what it should have been called.
Oh, that's your theme, everyone.
Wait, what's the next pay-per-view called? It's something and guts. Or blood and guts?
I think that's just what they're calling the next episode. But
It should just be called Butts and Guts.
Butts and cuts.
Butts and cuts. Butts and guts. Or either.
See, this is why you need me on staff.
Had somebody on the apps be like, I want to get up in your guts.
Oh, there's the feather. It was in my mouth.
Great. I was worried. Have you ever had somebody like in reference to like wanting to sex you say, I want to get up in those guts?
No.
I want to plow those guts.
I mean, it might be in one of my unread DMs. I'm not gonna lie.
Guts. Gut fucking. It's like when you're getting fucked by a big dick and then you can feel it in your stomach. It's just like pressing out. Okay. I think it's something to look forward to.
At one point, MJF bit Cody's toes.
And that at the time seemed scandalous, but now, I mean, by comparison, that is child's play. That's some Sherry Lewis shit.
Sherry Lewis! If Sherry Lewis was still alive, RJ said he would definitely date her.
100%.
He'd be like, let me get that lamb chop. I bet Lamb Chop is in the right age bracket because Lamb Chop is obviously younger than Sherry.
I mean, I think they're both dead now.
I didn't think about that. Well, is Big Bird dead since that puppet guy died?
No, Big Bird is still with us.
But
neither
still
of
with
them,
us, even though that guy was a molester.
Neither of them won this match. That's the.
Where'd we go here? We're
going back to the ring. We're gonna get there. Who won this match?
MJF, right?
Okay, everyone.
The toe biter.
We keep reading this beforehand and then forgetting during the conversation.
I'm not reading shit.
MJF won. MJF
Everyone.
won.
MJF won.
Cody was very sad boy.
Well, he'll be okay. He owns this shit.
MJF, here's the thing. We said it before. He is so good at what he does.
He's incredible.
He went and knocked something out of somebody's hand in the crowd. Living.
Oh.
Just like...
Other favorite moment that he took one audience member's beer and threw it on another audience member.
Incredible.
I didn't catch that. I bet they were living their best lives.
He won the match in that moment. That was when, not at the pin, but when he did that.
When I was watching, I was like, that's a $20 motherfucking beer. But now that I'm thinking about it, if you can afford front row tickets, you probably don't care about your $20 beer. You care about getting it thrown at you.
Anyway.
I'm never watching this shirt again.
Everyone, it's Pac versus Orange Cassidy.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Yeah. I I don't know if you knew that Orange Cassidy is the best thing. We certainly did. Accident Report wrote a whole article about it.
I honestly think this is the first time I've ever seen him wrestle.
Oh, well,
And
you're
so,
welcome.
I was just into it. All of it. All of it. All of it.
Sensational
I just
superstar.
Look. I want to copy his merch. I think everything about him is great.
He's a hero and a legend and an icon and a statement.
Statement.
The power this has, the access this has. That whole, the whole monologue from The View.
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
You know the rest of it, even if I don't.
I could just die watching a gif of him doing flippies with his hands in his pocket the
He
whole
did
time.
an arm drag with his hand in his pockets.
What's an arm drag? Which that?
Where you drag the other person down with your arm, but he has his hands in his pockets.
It was legendary. It was amazing.
Did you say legendary?
I did.
Yeah.
It's sometimes fun to put a hard G where a soft G is.
Legendary.
He's handsome. He's skilled. He's hilarious. I bet he could keep his hands in his pockets and still fuck you good.
Fuck.
I think
he can.
He just has everything correct. It's all correct. I don't want to take anything away from Pac.
Pac was great too.
I love it. Pac was way into it. They worked so fucking well
They
together.
really did.
And when Pac deflected Orange from putting his hands in his pocket, we were all just dying.
That was a nice moment.
And they built the pacing of the match really appropriately.
I love that these two seemingly different characters can exist in the same world.
Right. Yeah. True.
And that's what we need with Statlander.
Right.
We need to believe that she exists in the same world as everyone else.
And that was, they did navigate really well that Pac is a very serious person.
Yeah.
And Orange Cassidy is, I don't want to say a joke because he's very good at what he does. But
he is.
That's
part of it.
He's on the sillier side.
He's a silly Billy.
They melded their sensibilities in a way that didn't compromise what either of them does.
What's crazy to me is that for months and months and months and months and months, serious wrestling people are sitting there being like, I don't get this guy. He doesn't even doing anything. What is it? And I'm like, did you really think they would just hire someone who couldn't wrestle? What is wrong with you?
Well, and that's the thing is that when he hits his Sonic with all the Chaos Emeralds moment, and he just has a full turbo freak out for 15 seconds of the best wrestling you've ever seen, and then just hands right back in pockets like nothing happened.
Yeah.
It's genius.
I'm obsessed.
Literal genius.
I'm just imagining a world where one day there's intergender wrestling in AEW and it's a Boop versus Pocket
They
match.
fought before. They Statlander beat Orange Cassidy for the IWTV title.
We need to watch this for our
let's review
bonus
that.
episode.
That's a good idea.
Yes, we have to.
Subscribe, everyone.
Subscribe. We're planning some bonus episodes very soon. We need your Patreon money though.
It's just a fact.
Don't make me take these earrings out and take it from you.
Okay. This match was just enjoyable start to finish.
I do have one criticism, which was that I don't need all the outside interference.
Yeah.
So the Lucha Brothers come in and then they distract Trent and Chuck E. T, and then there's a run out, and then off the distraction, Pac gets the pin. Fine, I understand you got to keep Pac looking strong. Orange Cassidy's kind of a joke character. I get the logic of it, but I would have rather just either one of one.
I don't remember any of those other people being there.
Well, that just speaks to their power.
Great.
Wait, was this the one where Aubrey had the kick out moment? That was later.
No, that's the next match.
I was about to say.
Can we just have an Aubrey moment? What if it Sasha's Weave Watch? We did Aubrey moments
Love
for
it.
AEW reviews.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Aubrey moments.
Okay, but it's for the next.
She wasn't
match.
in this one. She jumping the gun there, sister. So Pac wins, which I think makes sense given that he's the serious person, but also I would have been fine if Orange Cassidy had one.
I understand that they're just not. That's not the story they're telling, but I did want Orange Cassidy to win.
I mean, he's won my heart.
Well, let's just let they need to wrestle more in forever.
I want Sunny Kiss and Orange Cassidy as a tag team.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to wrestle.
Well, both.
Yeah, maybe they wrestle and realize they just love each other so much.
They were tagging on the indies, and Sunny was always captioning photos of the two of them with orange emoji, peach emoji.
Oh,
yeah.
That is perfection.
Precious.
Can you imagine dancing peaches and dancing oranges as they walk in?
Love it.
Like that alien. Let's go full cuckoo bananas, AEW.
Why not?
Just go full fucking cuckoo bananas.
Gas Leak Wrestling.
What is Nightmare Family? We don't understand yet. Go cuckoo bananas with it. You want some nightmare? What if you all got those tattoos on your neck? That would be real nightmare.
No, wait, I'm cutting that. No, that's not okay. No. We're not all getting the tattoos.
Aubrey moments.
This is really starting to gross me out.
Let's go to the next match. And the main event is Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho. Where to begin?
I don't know if we've ever seen this before, but it felt like we'd seen it before.
Yeah,
With the two of them?
Yeah.
Though I will say, generally, I am neither a Chris Jericho super fan nor a Jon Moxley super fan. But
I love Daddy Moxley.
But I enjoyed this.
Did you?
I mean, I wasn't like riveted, but I liked this more than I expected to.
Interesting. Go on.
I just felt like they are like you have said this before, where it is interesting to watch two people, or it's interesting to watch someone who's very good at what they do, even when it's not your thing.
True.
And so I had some of those moments where I was like, these people are both recognized as excellent in their field. And there were certain moments where I was like, oh, this is exceptional wrestling that people are excited about. And even when it wasn't my thing, I was like, well, they're doing a great job.
I just remember getting slightly emotional at the thought that Renee and Jon Moxley don't get to see each other a lot.
You did almost cry about that, I recall.
I don't think I almost cried, but I got emotional
I feel like you're always pretty close to tears. I think you're like...
Nora Dunn.
Wait, what? Is Nora Dunn some sort of like sunken place code word?
Yes.
Okay. I will
She's
say...
even alive, but in that moment I thought she was dead.
She's fine. I mean, I do want Jon Moxley to learn like 3 moves.
Well, see, that's kind of my thing about it. Like, I like both of them as people and as characters, but neither of them... You know, Jericho at one point could do more wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He can't really do that so much anymore, although he can still hit the Lion's Halt, which is pretty cool. Moxley just never really learned wrestling moves. He's just kind of a brawler. So I'm watching two of the world's best wrestlers, neither of whom can wrestle very well.
There was, in the pre-match montage, many shots of Jon Moxley training, and I was like, what is he learning right now? Like, there is zero evidence that he has been learning wrestling moves. Like, that was is this a low-key joke? Am I watching Community right now?
Jon Moxley is kind of jokey, but in a very serious way.
Yeah.
Very serious way.
Is he sort of like
I don't,
a Joaquin Phoenix character?
I think, yes. Very much.
I didn't see that.
Joaquin Phoenix would play Jon Moxley in the Made for Lifetime movie.
I'm not watching that.
I would definitely watch it.
I don't have much to say about what either of them was wearing, because, like, you know.
Yeah, fine.
They're wearing what they wear.
Old man fashions.
I think we're all in agreement that maybe Jericho should think about a top.
Or a haircut.
Top or a haircut. He did shave his beard, which looks nice. That's all.
What kind of top are you putting him in?
I don't know, just a tankety top.
He would look better in a tank top.
Yeah, just put him in a tanky top.
I'm about it. I don't mind a tank top on a Jericho. I could see it.
Like maybe one of those sheer tank tops. Even.
Well, no, you lost me. that we were so close.
No, but it becomes sheer because it's too small for him. And
nope. You've gone a hateful road, and I hate it.
Hateful road.
I do like his sparkly suits. He wears
he hasn't worn those in a while.
That jacket though.
No, but there was a whole like clip package where he was in a Vegas-y sparkly suit.
Oh yeah, he does that sometimes. But his jacket has grown. The spikes keep growing. They seem like.
I like that part of it.
It's like one day he's gonna walk out and be full on Guevara.
Yeah, he's going. But right now he's just in a very like straight Effie position. Like that's pretty much what his coat is.
Yeah, I would love to see them do a coat match.
They just stare at each other wearing coats. That's it.
Oh,
That's the whole match.
Down. Chris Jericho would go into it thinking like, who is this fucking Effie dude? And Effie would be like, I'm Effie, and here we are.
And they're both like, I do not want to take a bump this match.
And Chris Jericho will get really uncomfortable.
I feel like he'd be fine with it. Look,
he'd probably be fine, but he'd be like,
he just interviewed Nyla Rose. He's getting in with the queer community.
Well, I think he just would like, Effie would walk in and he'd be like, oh, this is one of my kind. And then Effie would real fast let him know that it's not that way.
Your narrative building ability is
uncanny.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
so
really
much.
go directions that I would.
Would you say it's an uncanny attraction?
Okay.
April 2nd, Tampa.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that plug at the end.
We'll do that plug.
I like that you're integrated marketing that. So this match.
Welcome to the stage, integrative marketing.
It's tough to talk, like, because there weren't a lot of moves. It's tough to talk about. There was blood. Moxley was bleeding. The camera might have revealed a little more of that than it needed to.
Oh, right. The sort of like twist of the match, which to me made... I guess I didn't really like this match that much, which makes me an unpopular critic. The twist of the match, which didn't really make much sense to me, was that actually his eye was fine the whole time.
Yeah, that
was a letdown, because we were talking about it earlier, like, oh, there's gonna be this bit, there should be a big reveal of like, or maybe I was just talking about it, but like it should be this whole thing. Oh, my eye, you know. If it one day he gets sick of wrestling in it, then how are they gonna do it? And they just literally like.
It just doesn't make any sense to me because, like, I understand that wrestling doesn't make sense very frequently. I really get it. That's part of it. But if he's supposed to be fighting, why would he fight with an eye patch if his eye is fine?
It didn't help that, and here we need to do our new segment, Aubrey Moments. It didn't help that right before that, Aubrey was doing her best to cover what was happening while he was trying to, like, make his eye bleed to make us think that it was bad.
Yeah.
That was an Aubrey moment.
But there were other Aubrey moments. Aubrey was the star of this match. Which
she's usually a big
Many
star.
of you would say is a bad thing because the ref is not supposed to be the star of the match. However, she's just a star.
We're a big fan of refs here at Nobody's Watching Wrestling.
I was going to say I'm a big fan of Aubrey, and I am, but Aubrey is not the only ref that I like. There are others. What's
Bryce?
Bryce. Oh, Bryce is the eye candy of this whole operation. Hi, Bryce.
It's because we never see Kip Sabian.
Oh, Kip Sabian's also the
stuff.
eye candy, but I feel like I have a better shot with Bryce. Not much of a better shot. But
Bryce?
A little,
Bryce, question mark?
Slide
in.
This was the match where Aubrey had she was kicking people out of the ring. She had a full wind up.
Oh, yeah.
And then just like hit it and
biggest pop of the night.
Knocked people, gave like a full like Fus Roda at a bunch of people who just like
Fus Roda.
You don't play Skyrim, it's fine. You get it. It was hilarious and great. Moment of the night, other than the dancing alien.
Is that like a Flase Da?
It's not, but that's okay.
Flase Da.
But yeah, so to go back to the eye patch thing, he revealed that underneath his eye patch
was an eye.
Boring.
And I didn't know what I was supposed to feel about that.
No makeup or nothing.
Boring.
Like
he's got pretty eyes.
What else would have been under there?
Oh.
Because
he's got pretty eyes.
If there had been something other than an eye, I would have been shocked. That would have been a reveal if there was just like a chicken egg.
It was just like this thing that they were doing for a few weeks, and then that's it. It's over.
It's kind of like if you were to explain what a reveal is to a straight person, they're like my eye, and you're like, no.
Yeah, that's definitely what's a straight people reveal. I bet straight people were like, people comment below what were your reactions to this.
What my real takeaway is that AEW employs a lot of straight people backstage, and that's maybe a mistake. No offense, Max, the camera guy. Straight people are wonderful. You put out some excellent porn.
Especially when you're in the gay porns trying to be gay.
Yeah, a gay for pay is my
straight
fave.
People trying to be gay.
But no, straight men can be wonderful friends. They're great allies. Designers, get like a queer to help them. Is my advice to Cody, a presumably straight man who has a lot of platinum hair, but that's a different story. No one with that neck tattoo is gay. It's fine.
Presumably straight.
No, that neck tattoo says heterosexual through and through.
Okay.
Anyway, Moxley wins.
And good for him.
It was funny because while we were watching, I remember you turned to me and you're like, I just don't really get the charisma of Moxley. And then he comes up and gives this doofy, charming, rambling speech.
I loved it. And even so, what did he say? He was like, I don't know what I'm saying here.
Yeah. And then they start playing his music and then he's like, hey, I'm still talking.
Well, I'm still talking.
And then he says like 2 more sentences. He's like, okay, I'm done now.
See, that totally lost me. That was the part where I was like, oh, he is not at all good at talking. Like Chris Jericho, wonderful on a microphone. Chris Jericho can sell character all day and night.
But I think what's great about that moment is this is the first time we've really even seen Jon Moxley get to address the crowd and get to be the star in that big of a way.
And it was really earnest and sincere and just kind of sweet.
I don't need sincerity in my wrestling.
Fair.
Okay.
So it didn't land with me. I don't care who he is as a person.
Really?
I only want the character. This is like on Drag Race when they critique the girls. They're like, we want to see the real you. No, you fucking don't. There's a pound of makeup and 3 wigs. I don't want to see a glimmer of the real you. What artifice are you bringing? Give me that.
You sound like me.
I've learned from the best.
Aww.
I want to see the real you.
Ugh. As always, our Patreon is linked to below. We've referenced it several times in this video.
Gut punch your way down there. Like dive real deep into that Patreon and just put everything you can into it.
I'm at Ariel Italic at all the places, and I'm so sorry about it.
I'm at you know where.
Hey. Let's plug our shows that we have.
Oh, we have shows.
Hey.
Let's talk about WrestleMania weekend first.
Yeah. We will be at Uncanny Attractions. We will be at Effie's Big Gay Brunch. I will be DJing Casanova's Night 1 and Night 2 of Murder Mania.
Oh.
And we're doing this really cute little lip sync battle.
Gay Young Classic Part 2.
The first year featured Brody King and Chris Wolf and a bunch of other cool drag talent. And this year is going to feature Effie and Candy Lee and a bunch of other people. I don't know when I'm announcing them. But they're really exciting, I promise.
Go to Eventbrite and purchase your tickets now. It's going to be right after Uncanny Attractions, the night of April 2nd, early on April 3rd.
And then April 18th at Drum is going to be Tasselmania. We will be appearing at a burlesque drag wrestling extravaganza. You will see people fight. You will see people take their clothes off. You will see belts be exchanged.
If you've never been to a Tasselmania, you are missing out.
Oh my God. It is the best event. It is beyond. It is well produced. It is well written. It is well performed.
It's booked. Ooh, I fucked that up. It's booked better than Raw and SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. So get there. You're going to want those tickets. So that's what we're doing.
Also, Drag Race every Friday at the Palace in Greenpoint, and bingo every Monday at the Footlight.
At the Footlight, brunch every Sunday at Dromedary Urban Tiki Bar. That's enough. You know where to follow us. You know how to do this. Buy our tickets. Support our Patreon. We love you. Oh.
Bye.
Let's all gut fuck one day.